Hello, it looks like we've gone live, and we are going to be starting a comeback yoga class here in just under 5 minutes. So, if you are just joining, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and grab yourself a yoga mat and maybe a block. Could also have a chair and maybe a pillow or a blanket. And we'll get started in just a few moments here. Your body, your mind, emotions, and thoughts form distinct patterns. You, like every person and thing, are a unique expression of life. However, this is only half of the story. While your body is made up of separate parts, together they form the whole that is your body. Similarly, your skin defines the boundary of your body. It separates your body from the objects around you. However, look at your skin through an electron microscope, and all sense of boundary dissolves. You can't tell where your skin ends and the world around you begins. Your body is actually not separate from the world around you. This is the same for every person and thing around you in the entire universe. From one perspective, we see parts. From another, we see only what is whole and not separate. iRest enables you to experience yourself as unique and non separate. Through the practice, you learn to experience yourself as a unique individual who is, at the same time, interconnected and not separate from the wholeness of life. Experiencing yourself as whole and not separate is perhaps the most powerful healing practice within the IRES program. It's this that makes IRES such a vital program for healing. You may not yet feel whole, but you are, and always have been, whole, complete, unharmed, and healthy. So, just a little inspiration for today. We're just a minute away from our class today. Grab yourself a glass of water, grab yourself a yoga mat, and we'll get started here. All right. I have top of the hour, friends. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm Tonya. This is a Comeback Yoga All Levels class. Comeback Yoga is a nonprofit organization that serves veterans, active duty military, and your support team. Anyone that's ever served, even if you just applied and then for some reason decided you didn't want to go, we accept you as well. We're here to support you in this practice of resiliency for body, mind, and spirit. So, with that being said, go ahead and grab yourself an exercise mat, uh, maybe a yoga block, and maybe a pillow or a blanket to sit on or to cover yourself up if you feel cold. Uh, we're here for about 45 minutes. And so I invite you to just make sure that you're in a place that you won't be bothered, that you won't be disturbed, that you can continue the practice, especially as we get into the quieter part of practice, that you won't be disrupted. All right. And if you can, any other electronic devices other than the one that you're using to watch this class on are either in silent mode or do not disturb mode so that again, you can just be here now with me in this practice. All right. So let's go ahead and get comfortable. You may choose to lay down on your back. You may choose to be on your side, your stomach. You could sit in a chair or on a cushion. We'll just take about 3 minutes here, approximately, to kind of just get centered. So you can have one hand on your chest, the other hand maybe on your armpit or onto your side. And we'll take a few deep breaths here. Breathing into upper body, middle, and lower. Three more. Taking that breath in either through the nose or the mouth. Feeling your hand move with your breath. Feeling your ribs move sideways with your breath. Feeling how your body expands and then contracts. Feeling how your body fills, how the void inside of your lungs fills with air, and then how that moves up and out. Three more, just like that. And one more. Wonderful. All right. Let's go ahead and come onto our back. You can certainly have um, something under your head if you like. Stretch your arms and legs. I'll do a little side bend over to one side, just elongating the one side of your body. You might feel like there's a little fatigue, just uh, escaping your body. And then go to the other side, a little fatigue kind of escaping your body. All right. And then come onto your side. Your knees up in line with the hips. And we'll keep our feet together, but lift the top leg. So this is our, going to do a little warm up here first with the joints, and then we'll move on. Just letting that knee lift. You might feel a little fatigue coming in the top of the hip. You want to have those hips stacked so that it really does activate that outer hip muscle. We'll do it till we have a little fatigue. So if we were on our hands and knees, we would be doing this, but that puts more strain on the wrists than necessary. So working this to more of a safe positioning. All right, good. Bring that knee in towards your chest and then grab your ankle and move your leg back wherever it'll go. Maybe back in line with the hip. Maybe it goes a little bit further back. Take 3 breaths here. right, and then we'll come up onto our forearm. Gonna take the foot of that same leg. You can hold on to the back of your leg here, taking your leg up towards the ceiling. You can hold on to get, like I said, at the back, anywhere along, maybe even holding on to your foot. Position called couch pose. If you'd like to, you can come down onto your side. Hold this for 3 more breaths. All right. Now, straighten out both legs. Take that top leg and just make a kind of a bicycle movement here. Extending your leg up, down, and around. You can go both directions. Good. All right. Come onto your back. Bringing your feet about mat width, arms out to the sides. A little bit of movement and the legs side to side. All right. Press upright and we'll come on to our other side for those same movements. And then we'll do some standing poses. So those feet staying together. Lift your knee and lower. All right, bring that knee in. Grab your ankle and bring your leg back, kind of in line with the hip. Roll this top shoulder back, and that'll give you a little bit more range, maybe. All right, coming up onto your forearm. Grab your foot on the inside of your leg. Maybe you can hold on to the back of your leg and hold like so, or grab your foot. You can also stay up or come down onto your arm. All right. And then coming down, move that leg in kind of a bicycle. Legs are going straight. And just moving that leg, pointing, flexing your foot. And go the other direction. Okay, good. All right. Come on to your stomach. Coming into a Sphinx pose. Bringing those forearms parallel. You can have your toes pointed back away from the head or curled under towards the head, whatever feels better on your body in this Sphinx position. Parallel forearms. All right. And then coming all the way down, resting your head on the back of your hands, elbows out wide if that feels all right. Let's take 3 more breaths here. All right. And pressing up to a tabletop position. We won't be here for very long. Round your back. Looking at your knees, maybe at your toes or at your hands. And then come all the way up to stand on the knees. We won't be here for very long, but if you'd like to pad your knees, then do so. Take one of your legs forward and take one of your arms up, or maybe you'd like to take both arms up. For 2 more breaths. All right, and lower your arms down. Change the legs, coming into kind of a 90-90 position. One or both arms coming up for 3 total breaths. All right, bring your hands down to the ground. Bring your back foot forward, stepping into a standing forward fold. Now bend your knees, rise all the way up right to standing. Stretch your arms up overhead. Feel the full length of your body. Reach up to the ceiling with one arm, one hand, like you're trying to grab something on that top shelf. Reach up again. So we'll just kind of do kind of some side to side bending here, reaching up like so. All right. Let's go ahead and now face the long edge of the mat or face the screen, anyways. Taking one arm up overhead and side bending. And switching sides. And down. Oh, good. Now wrapping your arms around your hands around your arms, maybe your shoulders or your elbows. Turn to one side, turn to the other side, and come back to center. All right. Let's warm up the arms a little bit more. So bringing one hand on your body, swimming the arm back. Same arm, swim back. And now let's go the other direction. All right, other arm. If this doesn't feel good in your shoulder, you can just bend your elbow, bring your hand to your shoulder. And we'll go the other direction. Okay. All right, good. So step those feet out, maybe wider than the hips, a little wider than the hips, or a lot wider than the hips. You just choose whatever feels stable and yet challenging for you. You want to be able to feel like you can really hold yourself upright. Now, if your mat is very slick underneath your feet, then you want to sometimes it's the mat itself. Sometimes maybe if you put lotion on your feet might be slippery, or if you have sweaty feet, then that would cause your feet to slip. So you can get socks that have a grip on them, or just wipe off your feet, and that should help. All right, so turning one leg out to an externally rotated position, take that same arm, and we'll bring it up overhead. A little side bend here, taking your other arm down. From the side bend, let's bend that knee and then bring your hand or your forearm onto your leg. And get nice and long here. That back hand can stay where it is or bring it up overhead. And then push down into that front foot and rise back up. Pivoting on your feet, turn the other direction. Turning your leg out, opening up that front arm as you, straighten that front leg. Just a side bend here. And then bending that front leg. Hand could be on your leg, forearm on your leg. Maybe you go lower and open up that top arm into a side angle. Yeah, and then come all the way up. Turn those feet in. We'll walk them in a little closer. Bend the knees slightly and fold over your legs. Hands can be resting on your legs, your shins, your feet, or even the block. All right. Come on upright. Bringing your feet closer together, maybe hip distance or maybe even touching. Bring your palms together. Bend the knees as if you're going to sit down into a chair. Tip forward slightly and then turn to one side. Option to keep the hands where they are or open your arms using the bottom hand on that outside knee. Come back to center. We'll stand up. Bend again as if you're going to sit down in a chair. Turn to the other side. Maybe keep the hands where they are or open your arms. And come down. All right. Come upright. Okay. Stepping out again for a warrior sequence. Maybe feeling a little bit warmer, you can go out a little bit wider. It still just depends on how your feet feel underneath you, if you feel supportive, if there's slipperiness, slickness, then you'll want to just trust your body, right? Trust in your ability to either expand the reach or to shorten it, whatever feels safe for you. All right, taking the arm up. Breathing in here and then exhale, bend the knee, bring that forearm or the wrist to the thigh. And again, maybe you're warmer, so maybe your stance is longer. Maybe you feel like you could go lower in the hips without compromising any issues in the knee joint or the ankle joint. All right, and come on back up, pushing down into that foot. Let's do the other side. Opening up your front arm, big side bend here, and then coming into a side angle. Reaching it nice and long. And then coming upright. Feet coming a little closer together for a standing forward fold. Breathing here, letting your head go. Extending through your spine, lengthening your spine, your torso, your legs, maybe even your breath. And come on up. Okay, bringing the feet together or hip distance apart. Bringing your palms together, elbows out wide. So we're going to we want to think about keeping the elbows kind of stacked here. So tip your body towards me and then turn towards one side. Hands stay in the same position as you bring maybe your torso onto your leg. Looking at your hands, your wrist, your fingertips. And then come back up all the way up and tip forward. Hips move back, tip towards me, and then twist to the other direction. And back to center and come all the way upright. Okay, let's repeat this standing sequence. Maybe you feel a little warmer. All right, turn your leg out. Familiar with the movement, so let's do it. Taking your arm up, big side bend here. Exhale, side angle. I'm a lot warmer, so I can go a little longer, a little deeper. And then come back up, pushing into that front leg, and then switching sides. Arm lifts up, big side bend there, and a side bend on the other in the other direction, right? Come all the way up. Feet coming closer together, or you can keep your feet out wide and fold over your legs. And bend the knees, come all the way up, and bring your feet in. Okay. From here, let's find our chair. Dropping the hips back, take a look at your toes. So you tip forward and then turn. Maybe you're tipping more, looking at the wall or the fingers. Lower the hips to come back. We'll come all the way upright. Switching sides, tip towards me and lower the hips like you're going to sit in a chair. And then come all the way back up. All right. Very good. Let's work our way now down to the floor. So come to what you might consider the front of your mat. It's a short edge for me. Maybe it's different for you. Standing really tall. Both arms reach up overhead. And take your hands down to the ground as you bend the knees. And then step one leg back. Bring that knee down to the floor. Toe away from the head or curled. One or both arms come up to a crescent lunge. And then take it down. Lift that back knee. Step forward. And switch legs. Lowering that knee down. Coming upright. Maybe bending the knee. One or both arms lift. All right, and take it down. We'll take that front leg back. So coming into a variation of plank can be on the knees. You can have your knees lifted. You can also come onto your forearms. And knees can stay down, or you can have your knees lifted. All right. Folks, come all the way down to your stomach, bringing your hands under your head, elbows out wide. Okay, keep your head on your hands and lift your legs, your torso, and your arms. And lower all the way down. We'll do that again. So catch your breath. Keeping your head on your hands. And literally, it's like you're pushing your head up with your hands. Go ahead and lift your upper and lower body. And come on down. Just relax everything as much as you consciously can. All right. And then press up and back into child's pose. Those knees can go out wide, the hips towards the heels, maybe your toes touching. Okay. Come on upright and take one leg forward. So you're in kind of a position like this, both knees bent. Okay. So you're going to stay here. You can have your hands pressing down so that your torso is as upright as possible. Now, if you need to lean to the side, that's fine. Otherwise, we're just going to hold this upright position for a few moments. All right. Let's take those knees over to the other side, holding yourself in an upright position. All right. Lean back and then take both legs side to side. And then go to the first side. You can stay in kind of that same position. Could also come down to the inside of your legs. Another option is to extend your back leg straight back so that you get a hip stretch. We're here for about 30 more seconds. One more breath. All right. Come on upright. Bring your legs side to side. And come down to the other side. Maybe straightening that back leg and rotating your hip so that you're a little bit more squared up to the floor as long as it doesn't put any strain on that front knee. Thirty more seconds. All right. Bringing that leg around, moving your legs side to side. And then both legs extended out in front of you. Taking your hand just to kind of move some of the soft tissue aside, sitting up maybe a little taller just by that small little action there. And then a slight bend in the knees. Reach yourself forward to rest your hands on your legs or the floor. And then maybe release the knees so that they go a little straighter. We'll hold this for another 3, 4 breaths. All right, coming on up. Bringing those feet about hip distance apart. Hands are going to come behind you, fingers pointing towards you. You're going to use your triceps, your arms, to lower yourself down onto your forearms. And then straighten your legs. Lift your chest. Take your head back if that feels okay. And then tuck your chin and come on down to your back. Stretching your arms nice and long. Stretch your legs nice and long. All right, keeping one leg straight, draw the other knee into your chest. We'll hold this here for a bit here. If you want a little bit of movement of that bent knee, then go for it. And then straighten your leg up to the ceiling. Circle your ankle. Okay, bend that knee again. Grab your knee with your opposite hand and move your knee over to the side for a twist. And open up your chest. Take your arm out wide. And come on back to center. Walk both feet in. Adjust your back, your hips, your spine to where it feels straight or back to kind of neutral, really. All right. And then bring your other knee to your chest. Holding on. The back of your leg will reduce the strain on the knee joint. And extend your leg to the ceiling. Circle your ankle. And bend your knee again. Take your leg across your body for the twist. And come on back to center. Hug both of your knees into your chest. Lift your head and shoulders up. Come on down and then come on to your side. I'm going to grab myself a cushion for under my head again. So if you'd like that as well, coming onto your side. And grabbing your top leg and bring your foot behind you to stretch the front of the hip, just like we did earlier, the very beginning. This time it might be easier. Roll the shoulder back to give your body a little bit more space to lengthen, to expand. All right. And release that. We'll stay here for just a moment on our side and we'll do a little bit of movement in that top arm. So just kind of circling your arm. You can have your hand on your shoulder. Just want to stretch the front of the chest, maybe a little bit in the shoulder, the sides. Just gentle kind of rotation in that shoulder joint. And last one. All right. Either flip over to the other side or press up like I'm going to do for the other side. All right, taking that top knee, grabbing your ankle or your foot, and bring your leg back behind you. As top shoulder rolls back, stretching the front of your chest, upper chest, shoulder. Try to keep your hips, try to keep them stacked, shoulders stacked. To increase the sensation, think about pressing your hips forward, moving your leg back if that feels safe in your body. All right, and go ahead and bring that knee down. Bring those knees a little higher so your bottom hand can rest on that top knee, and then circle your arm. You can add head movement with your arm if that feels okay in your body, but it just kind of helps to unravel some of that tension. If you need to bend the elbow here, if you have any pain in the shoulder, this isn't a no pain, no gain kind of session. Just moving through your body in a range that feels secure, feels nourishing. And then we'll go ahead and hold on our side here. Just a couple of breaths. We have arrived at our final relaxation. So being on your side may feel comfortable. You might like to stay there. You might also wish to sit up, be on your back, your other side, your stomach. I'm going to go ahead and sit up myself so I can keep an eye on the time. We'll be here for just under 5 minutes, a little bit less. So once you get settled in, I feel like your body can be quiet. You feel like there is a sense of peace and ease within you that allows yourself to really let go, letting go of any constraints, physical tension, but allowing your mind to quiet, your body to rest, maybe your heart to be at peace for this moment. Taking 3 more deep breaths here. So letting your breath come in through your nose, releasing it out through your mouth. Feeling your ribs expand on that inhalation and feeling the release on the exhalation, letting the facial muscles relax, including your jaw. One more breath in here through your nose and out through your mouth. And if this feels like a complete journey for you, allowing yourself to stay here or move when you feel called to do so. If you are in the comfort of your own space and would like to remain as long as possible, please do so, taking time to emerge back into the world with some of this peace with you. So, carrying some of this ease and this peace with you for today, for tomorrow, remembering that you can return back to this practice again and again to recover that peace, to find it again. Thank you all so much for being present with me today, for your attention, for your time. On behalf of everyone here at Comeback Yoga, we are so grateful for you and your contribution. So, just your presence matters. Just being here matters. Just being human matters. So, thanks again. If you have the desire to hit the bell icon for upcoming notifications of classes, subscribe. That doesn't cost anything. Please give us a review. That doesn't cost anything. Comment anything that you can do to help our community grow. We would be ever so grateful. So take good care of yourself until I see you next time. Have a great day.